I'm Lori, and welcome to the Way of Positive Change YouTube channel. Alright, I hope everyone got out to see the blood moon eclipse, the full moon blood wolf eclipse last night at, it was around 11:45, 12 o'clock here in Florida, and it is cold here in Florida today. My goodness, it was 39 degrees when I got up, 38, 39. Alright, I know for the rest of you that's not cold, but for Florida, that is freezing. Alright, I want to look in to see, I did a video on Friday. Thank you all for watching. Thank you, new subscribers. I'm very grateful for the new subscribers and everyone that's come for readings over the past years here in Lee County. Sunny Southwest Florida. Alright, getting back to President Trump. Friday, he made an offer. Now, I feel like there were some good things in his offer, but I know he needs to open up the government, right? And that's what the Dems are holding out for. Now, I feel like he really missed a big opportunity, because if he really wanted to be Superman and he wanted to be as well liked as some other presidents, he could have come out and said, okay, let's open up, let's put America back to work, let's make America great again, open up the government, and then we'll proceed from there. Maybe hold up some other things that don't have to do with people getting their money and their food and their medicines and their doctor visits and their payments paid. So I feel like he really made a big mistake there. He could have done very well and come out way ahead if he would have just stepped up and opened the government. He didn't do it. I want to know, what is the main reason why he wants this wall? What is the motive behind this? Because it simply can't just be Rush Limbaugh, Fox News, and Ann Coulter. It just can't be fear. It's got to be more than that. And it really started to make me think, what is it? Who's getting paid for this? Who is he making a deal with on the wall? Steel companies, steel imports, tariffs. It's got to do with money. It has to do with money. All right, so let's see. What is the reason? What's the real reason? What's the motive behind Donald Trump? What is he getting? Why does he really, really, really want the wall? All right, let's figure this out. Let's shuffle till we feel good. Why does Trump really want the wall? Who's benefiting? We can come up with some kings here, some sort of understanding which other government's going to benefit. Okay. Because it has to be. It just has to be. Alright, I feel good here. Alright. So, I think that he has made an offer. The first card in the Celtic Cross is the basis. And, you know, the Knights actually stand for people and for the emotions and the element that they carry. And this card with the Knight of Cups, it is a cup. So, it's an offer. A gesture. He has made a gesture to someone else, to another country, to someone else. If you help me, I'll help you. All right. Second card. Second card is the King of Swords, which means I am holding firm, even if it goes against what's good. I'm not using my best judgment, because the King of Swords is someone like Mueller. You know, there are other people who try to put Mueller into a different category other than the King of Swords, and I don't really know why that is. But so I'm just going to say he may also be doing this to take the focus off of the Mueller case. 1. 2, I'm going to do this against my better judgment. And 3, I'm not thinking clearly, because this is in the place of the challenge. Okay? Alright. Sorry if you hear some background noise. The guys from Kia over on Pine Island Road, they're here having their big office meeting. Okay. So, he does feel penned in by this. He really does feel penned in. And he's not sure about his next move. That's at the basis of this reading. And he feels like he's stuck. He knows he has to move forward. He's having a hard time doing it. Okay, he has definitely made a deal with somebody else. He's in bed, literally, with somebody else. Not, you know, sexually, This means a partnership. When we're asking about partnerships, it is indeed a partnership. It's in the past, so he made a deal with somebody. And he's going to do whatever it takes. And I believe that he said Friday he's going to do it one way or another. He's going to get the job done. And this card came up before when we asked about it, if we would come up. I believe this was what do we need to know in the video when we asked if it was going to be settled before the full moon eclipse. And this was the last card that we got. And so this is no, I'm going to do it. It's my way or the highway. This is Trump, and he's just going to do it no matter what, because he has to. This is actually looking. You have to look at where when you're reading tarot, you have to look at where the characters are looking and interacting with one another. So he's looking back at this deal. So in this place, he's looking. The figure in the card is looking back at the Lover's card. So he knows he's made a deal, and he has to keep through with it. He knows that this is on the doorstep, in the place of the doorstep, in the 6th position. So he knows he'll be judged by his decisions. And indeed, he's not thinking clearly. And again, I'm going to say that some of this is a distraction away from the Mueller deal. So he has more time to work things out, because there's some real problems coming down the pike for him, So, I just feel like this is a distraction. I feel like he's trying to keep an agreement. He may even look, as the justice is carrying the scales, he's trying to look like he's being fair. He's still going to look like he's being fair, but he's facing judgment. All right, and this is the other card that we got when we did the reading on Friday, the Knight of Swords. So he pushes through, barrels through, no matter if it's good for people or not. He's just not thinking of other people. He's not thinking of people that are being held hostage or that are going without pay, working without pay, and or trying to feed their families while they're working without getting paid. And all the people that are putting charities together. You'll notice the lighting changed. A big truck parked out outside of my window. So it's nice to have the shade, right? Okay. The next place in the 8th position is is how we're seen. And so he is going to be looked at as, well, he kind of made a fair deal, And I said some of the things that he said on Friday were indeed helpful. It only was giving 3 years for the Dreamers, for DACA, which they deserve more than that, especially the ones that are in our military and have been working here their entire lives. Okay. So he needs to educate himself a little bit more, and he needs to do what is fair and just. The people are looking to him to do what is fair and just and what is right. And their values and their opinions are going to be vastly different from the president's. They're in judgment of him right now. He's going to lose. All right. Again, I think, he did a deal with somebody. I'm going to say another leader of another country. And this is so that he can get in the 9th place of hopes and fears. This is so he can profit. This is so he can add more coins to his treasure chest. It's all about the money. It's a money trail. It's always about money for him. He really doesn't care about people's opinion that much. I mean, I know he does about Fox, but it's not that much. When it comes down to it, it's all down to the money, All right. So we're going to hear a little bit about this. There's news coming out that someone's going to benefit from building the wall. He's had all these deals with Russia. I just have this feeling, this inkling that it's going to come back to deal with one of the tariffs that he set. And even Canada could be involved to a slight measure. So we're going to get messages about this. And they're also going to talk about this a little bit more. And he's worried. He is worried that this is going to come out. And that's interesting because I do a card of the day on the Way of Positive Change Facebook page. And this came out along with the 5 of Wands, which is drama and competition. So I'm thinking that he's going